Okay, this is part 3 of our interview with Isabelle Hains. Isabelle, we were just talking about the use of Class 4 drivers to drive what we call these multifunction activity buses, that you can see right here.
That's right.
As opposed to Class 2 yellow school bus drivers. Can you explain a little bit about the difference between the two and the two licenses and why you think it's important?
Well, maybe I'll go back a little bit. When we had the coroner's inquest for our boys, they had already implemented on having a course on Class 4 drivers to drive the multifunction activity buses before a recommendation even came out to the jury, and that was very upsetting to me when I realized that they already made a decision that they're going to use Class 4 drivers no matter what the jury came up with, that they weren't going to have Class 2 drivers. And a Class 4 driver, like I said previously, that they have a 7-hour course, some of them maybe only 4 hours, and they have a little bit of classroom, and then they teach them how to do a pre-trip and how to do a logbook, and then they just put them behind the wheel and say, you know, you volunteer, you drive. But it's
when did you find out about the volunteer driver training program that the Department of Education had developed? When did you find out about that?
We found that out through when we were having a coroner's inquest in May of 2009.
So before
even before the jury made out the recommendations that only Class 2 drivers drive them, they already made a decision. They made a decision that they're not going to use Class 2 drivers for whatever reason, and that they invested so much money, and they were going to have a driver training course on with the Class 4 drivers, and that's not acceptable. But they went ahead and did it anyway.
So they went ahead and they developed the course, and so tell us what about the jury's recommendations were, though, even though that course was being developed behind the scenes. What did the jury say about Class 2 drivers and Class 4 drivers?
The jury said that nothing less than qualified Class 2 yellow school bus drivers with endorsement B, valid for a school bus, and for all student travel for off-site extracurricular events. Teachers, coaches, and parents, as well as volunteers, should not be driving children to off-site extracurricular activities. And the response from the government to that was that coaches, teachers, principals, and DEC members who attended the recent forum told us that it is neither feasible nor necessary to use a bus driver for all student travel, but they use them for children that go to school from 8 to 4. And our children, the children that participate in after-school activities, it's just like they don't count, they don't matter. Well, those same children take a bus in the morning to go to school, but they're not entitled to have a professional driver drive them to after-school activities.
Do you think that children who participate in extracurricular activities are being treated differently than children who go to school during the day? Are they not students?
Underneath in the Education Act, I guess they're not part of the Education Act. Students that go to school from 8 to 4 are treated differently than the children that participate in after-school activities. They get all this safety, and they are a priority, and the students that participate in after-school activities, they're not priority. They're still not. The government's still not serious enough to implement the recommendation to have Class 2 drivers. They need to face it and fix it, and they haven't done that yet.
Can you tell me what your biggest concern now when it comes to, if you had the power to influence, the government and tell them that you have like your wish list what would it start with? And I'm sure you have more than one item on your wish list when it comes to student transportation safety. But can you think of a few things? We've talked here now about three issues. They were, about the 15 passenger vans and multifunction activity buses and professional Class 2 drivers. Maybe you can tell us what your wish list is. It's probably the same thing, is it? If it was in your power.
I'm a mom. I'm a regular mom that worked. I don't have power, but the government does. And, Department of Public Safety, Department of Transportation, Department of Education, and the Premier David Alvaro, they do have the power. And if it's power that they want, I would, if I were them, I would not face the embarrassment and implement the Class 2 drivers, because in the end, the result is going to be the Class 2 drivers, because these are buses. They're not 15 passenger vans. They're buses that are being used for children transportation, and they're going to realize that they are a bus, and that the professionals drive the yellow ones every day, and they do have the power, and I'm hoping that that's what they would do. It's not about what they need or what I need or what I want. It's about safety for the children, and that's what they keep telling me, that safety for the children is their priority, but it doesn't seem to be.
Okay, we'll stop now and we'll go on to discuss your final